love, energy, abundance constantly flowing from above and below into our being. And most of us are not aware of. Because we are not aware of their presence, we fall into the lack, not enough, aging, sickness, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually out of balance. At any given moment, right now, there are two invisible forces are moving through our body. One is pulling energy down from above, through the top of our head, into our brain, down our spine, organizing, contracting, bringing mental clarity. The other is pushing energy up from below, rising through our legs, through our spine, meeting the downward flow, collide at the junction points called chakras, expanding, vitalizing, bringing emotional aliveness, create our entire experience of reality. We can't see this flow, but they are creating the field that holds our thoughts, our emotions, our personality, even our sense of who we are. Ancient cultures call them heaven and earth. Modern physics call them polarity. A Japanese scientist named Michio Kushi called them the two rivers that feed our spiritual body. When these rivers get blocked, we are not only feel tired or stuck, we literally lose access to our entire dimensions of ourselves. Most of us have been treating chakras like light switch. We turn on and off, but that's not what they are. They're actually energetic organs, junction points where two measurable forces collide and create coherence in our nervous system, our endocrine system, our entire electromagnetic field. The chakras are like our inner suns. Imagine all of the chakras line up and each is a sun, shining, vibrating, cleansing, balancing, energizing, nourishing our body. Creative energy, love, vitality, inspiration continue to flow from above, from below. Heaven and earth, rivers of energy and nourishment are always flowing. When two rivers meet at different chakras points, they create electromagnetic fields. So our body has multiple fields that moving through the meridians, vertical circles, horizontal circle along the body. This is the missing piece that explains why we tried everything: eating healthy, exercise, meditating, visualizing goals. We still feel like not much is moving, like pushing a rock up the hill. Because our body's energy system is not communicating with the universal energy of heaven and earth that constantly flowing. As we are not aware of this continuous flow of heaven and earth within us, we are not able to receive this nourishment, and thus going through aging, sickness. By consciously plugged in and feeding on them, over time, our physical, emotional, mental, spiritual hunger reduces. And one day, even eating and drinking is an option, no longer a must, no longer a need. 2018, I trained myself to slowly go into vegetarian food. 2019, I completely switched to vegetarian food and eating 3 meals a day. In 2024, my hunger reduces, so I ate 2 meals a day. A few months ago, I didn't feel hungry in the morning, so I ate around 3 p.m. and that continued for a few days, 1 meal a day. And I felt very normal, as if I was eating 3 meals a day. For me, 40 years I wasn't able to taste the food. So eating for me was like a task that I need to put something into the body because the body is hungry. And I used to wonder, is there a way that we can live without eating? That would be wonderful. And at that time, I didn't know that it could be possible, but it's like a seed inside me has been watering. That occasionally my mind would go to the place of, I wish I could live without eating and drinking. That would be wonderful. And as my experience, things will show up at the right moment. And so recently I came across these messages by the video of people who are living without eating and drinking for years. And this lady has trained thousands of people to live without drinking and eating. Before I came across this information, my hunger already reduced to 1 meal a day naturally. And with what she is saying is that when we know who we are, when we know who we truly are, when we embody our true nature, when we are connected to our universal self, connected to nature, our mental, emotional has already quiet. And therefore we use less energy. And so naturally we receiving the energy from the universe, and therefore our hunger reduces. It's such an inspiration to know that there are people that actually live for years without eating and drinking, and they are healthy. Well, after 40 years of not being able to tasting the food, the last 5 years I'm able to enjoy eating. And at the moment I'm switching between 1 meal and 2 meals a day, and so I'm not ready to give up eating altogether. This is a tool that something that we can train ourselves, open ourselves to activate our system to receiving nourishment from nature. So at time of busy, we don't have time to cook, prepare, clean, or buy the food. We can choose to go without. A new lifestyle, a new sense of freedom and options to choose from. So understand where we came from, who we are, how our body works. Have been meditating. From this place, it's very easy to plug into this flow, having heaven and earth balance inside us, bringing our chakras back into coherence. We stop looking outside ourselves for answers. We stop depending on expert authorities, systems that claim to have the solutions we need. We become self-regulating, self-organizing, understanding how to work with our own consciousness, our own energy, our own capacity to create a life that we love to live. In previous videos, we have explored the topic of shattering the barrier to our true nature. We've touched on the topic of who are we. We explore our interconnectedness with the universe as oneself and non-self. Additionally, we have many bodies. Human body, light body, astral body, universal body, different body density for different dimensions. Our physical body is the most dense construct which is visible in the physical world, the physical eyes. Most of us would have experienced and felt it over the years. The frequency in our living environment has been changed, increased. When our physical body is not changed to become less dense, we would feel this effect of increased frequency and experience mental, emotional, physically, spiritually out of balance, feel stressed, depressed, tired. So to keep up with this change of the increase of frequency, we need to meditate, eat light food, vegetarian food, know where we came from, align with our true nature, activate the heaven and earth connection within our body. When we know who we truly are, we can accept that the human body is like a human skin we put on. It helps us to operate and be seen in the physical world. This light body is the connection to the universal energy that constantly flows from above and below. And this light body is eternal, immortal, does not die, unborn, unceasing, immaculate, untainted, perfectly whole and complete. When we live in alignment with universal oneness, we feel like love is in the air. We feel grateful for every little thing, a simple meal, the breeze in the air, the trees that's waving in the wind. We experiencing heaven on earth, despite having nothing, no title, being no one, having nothing, no material possessions. And yet we feel like we have everything. Creative energy is flowing in life and anything is possible. Let us connect to our eternal self, the light body, and experiment with its power. Let's get ourselves grounded. Take a deep breath into our body and connecting to the heaven flow downward into our body and the earth flow upward into our body, and all of our chakras are lined up like the sun shining, balancing, nourishing, energizing, vitalizing the body. And as we breathe in, not only our noise, but each and every cell of our body is breathing in this energy, nourishment, vitamins that flowing into our body from above, from below, and breathing out to each and every cell of our body. And we see the body is surrounded by this magnetic field of energy, moving, circulating. And we inviting our eternal self, the highest dimension of ourself, to emerge from within. Seeing the golden light being emerging from within. This eternal self is always available. Imagine that you raise your right hand to the top of your head, and there's a zipper at the top of the head, and slowly pull down the zipper to the front of your face, down the neck, down the chest, down the abdomen, down the right leg, and down the left leg, taking the hood off your head and emerging from within the golden light beam. Taking the right arm out of this human suit and the left arm, taking the right leg out of this suit, the left leg out, and place this human suit on our laps, using the right hand of the eternal light body, channeling through the light, the energy, the flowing from above and from below, through our body into our arms, down into the bodysuit, moving from the head down, scanning through the body, and use our direct knowing to detect any part of the body suit that need healing, transformation, alignment. And as the hand moving through the body, shining the light through this suit, transforming and burning out any blockages, mental, emotional, physical, past stories, memories. As the hands scanning through the body, it shine the light down into the bodysuit, transforming emotional, physical, mental blockages, balancing, reorganizing each of the body parts. Continue to scanning the body with the hand, shining the light. And we send love and appreciation to this bodysuit for helping us operating in the physical world. We give thanks to all the blockages that are ready to transform at this time. We appreciate the lessons that they brought. Let's put this bodysuit on. Put the head on, the right hand, the left arm, the right leg, and the left. Zipping up the right leg, the left leg, up the chest, up the head. How do you feel now? What has opened up? That was not possible half an hour ago, now possible. Just like fixing our clothes, simply make it the way you want it. Bigger, smaller, change the color, add and take away. At any moment we can come back to this experiment. And the more that we are connected to who we are, embody our eternal self, the easier that we can channel through this creative energy. where anything is possible.